The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to the home of the Wyoming Cowboys in Laramie, Wyoming. As we'll see a team from the Pac-12, the Iowa State Cyclones, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the Wyoming Cowboys. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Cyclones will kick it away to start. Fielded in the end zone, it's Abrams. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll run it. They stop him after a 6-yard run out through the 24. Let's talk for just a moment about Wyoming. Now, they'd love to win this one today, secure that spot in the conference championship game, a remarkable achievement. They can't really think this one's in the bag yet.
No, they've just got to continue focusing on the task at hand. I think that's a big reason why they're in this position that they find themselves in. They take care of business each and every game, David. Some hardware to be won down the road potentially, but you got to win this one.
No doubt, and I think it's hard because you're starting to see the finish line now. Getting later in the season, knowing where you're ranked, what's at stake. Let's see how they handle the pressure.
And the Cowboys come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The Cowboys send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. From the gun, to give, looking for room. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
And the Cyclones are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Grab near the sticks. It's Wilson. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Looking to the big tight end. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the 1st down on 3rd and long. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hoffman. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
And that is a huge conversion on 3rd and long for the offense. I think a lot of people thinking, hey, we're just going to try to get a couple of yards, help our kicker out here to kick a field goal. But instead, they get a massive play, and now all of a sudden they're thinking touchdown here, 1st and goal.
keep pushing forward. Now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Wants to go up top. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
2nd and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches, who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody.
About to have the 9th snap on this drive. You don't want to settle for a field goal. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. A long way to go on 4th and goal. Trying play action. The throw. And the pass is incomplete on 4th down, but hold on just a second. We've got to see what the flag's about. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Iowa State sending the offense back out. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they sent it downfield. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and it just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. 4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. Going for the marker on the ground. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And in these situations, you're never looked at poorly, right? You can go for these situations because it's a really long field goal, so it's not a guaranteed make, or I can be aggressive offensively, and I like the choice. Be aggressive, get the 1st down. Nice job by the offense.
Caught over the middle. It's Hoffman. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the 1st. The Cyclones can really attack on this 2nd and short. Got it in the middle. It's Wilson. They make the tackle at the 22. Will give him 5 yards on the play. It'll be enough for a 1st down. And the Cyclones are on the move. He'll do it himself. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure.
Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee.
Touchdown, Iowa State! A great catch and run for 6.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll start this drive with a pass. Right down the middle. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Breaks into the open. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
The Cyclones have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Extending the play. Touchdown, Cyclones! Fired in from the red zone for the score. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost the race.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. USC is down right now, but this lead is not insurmountable. This is a program that's produced Keyshawn Johnson and Lynn Swann. So big playmaking is always a possibility. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Nebraska. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Running back searching for a hole. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Quarterback may change this route. From the gun, running back on the move. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He's open on the right. At the 40, there he goes. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big time pickup on that one.
And if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Looking for room, it's Udo. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Quickly out to the tight end. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's third and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Wyoming. It's a much-needed life for this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Got him downfield. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Looking to throw on first down. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Got it in the middle. It's Malone. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. State.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Wyoming takes over the football, and the Cowboy offense on its way out. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
And the Cowboys trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. From the gun, running back gets the give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. All right, guys, let's chat a little Wyoming. With just a few games remaining, they're atop the conference standings. Jesse, how hard is it not to look ahead at this point?
Really, really hard, because everybody's talking about the conference championship, who you might play. You've still got to deal, and you still got to take care of business on the field today. That's the most important thing. It's been a phenomenal season up to this point, David. Great things ahead, potentially, but you got to win this one today.
Well, and I think that's what's really important. It's a great start, and now it's about finishing the season. To be at the top is awesome, but you can't lose a conference game or 2 conference games and get yourself out of the mix here right at the end when you're so close to the finish line.
Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things. Oh, he's got some space. The 30. He's at the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Cyclones. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
The give to the back. Slithers into space. Got the first down. Looking for more. Shoved out of bounds right at the 35-yard line in the running game, getting the job done.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Gonna let it fly. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
Well, you can see the effect that last run play had on the defense. They had a really good-looking run, and all of a sudden they come back with play action. Everybody bites. They play downhill, and it opens up a guy up top for the offense. Really nice job setting up that shot play to get an explosive one through the air.
The Cowboys getting set on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Scott. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Mustard and Brown. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Trying to make magic on the scramble. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. And the Cyclones in the hurry-up. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the big fella. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. Here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? After the incompletion, they go back up top. Catch in the middle, it's Abrams. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, they execute the end route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Let's go. They'll leave it with him. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll run the screen. Fighting off the defender. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. He might want another play. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds his tight end. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. This is a great way to control tempo, control the game, feeding the tight end, and they've done it beautifully here in the first half.
you find great matchups, Reese. I mean, you think about it. He's too good to be covered by linebackers. You like your matchup versus a safety, so zone or man, whatever you want to do, I'm going to find the big fella because he's going to be open most of the time.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Starting to feel a little pressure. It's complete! They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Working that left side now. He gets it in! Touchdown, Cowboys!
And that was a big touchdown because it keeps this thing within striking distance now going into the second half. That touchdown there puts so much pressure on the opponent. Guys, we've got a ball game. I can't wait to see how this thing's going to turn out.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Cowboys will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Iowa State sending the offense back out. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. And this guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Somehow fits it into that traffic. And that one looks great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Cyclones line up to punt it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. He's got great speed. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Wyoming takes over the football, and the Cowboy offense on its way out. Going right to work up top. Finds the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. They'll move the wide receiver. The running back has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Steps away. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job being the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
They punted away on 4th down. Here's the return. Coverage was all over him before he had a chance to breathe, and they knock him down deep in his own territory. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune. Turning it on! Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. And the Cyclones can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Here's the handoff. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Dumps it to the back. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down. Offense calls a timeout here, critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. The Cyclones will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Scott. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. The give to the tailback. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay within a play or stay within some kind of big game-changing momentum play.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Power football with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to kick a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Handoff from the gun. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Working on the right. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
And how nice is it, David, on 3rd down to have a viable option running routes out of your backfield? That's why this running back is so valuable to this offense.
Yeah, and what matchup do I want to play? I want to play matchups where I have the advantage. I got a speed matchup of a linebacker versus a running back. Nice route, looking like he's going outside, cuts it in. Nice timing and rhythm with the quarterback. Nice 3rd down conversion.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll send the tight end in motion. He caught it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, it's a nice job, too, the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
And, guys, if they can somehow, some way find their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th. Trying to pound their way in. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And on that situation on the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Back's got it. And he will score! Touchdown, Wyoming! If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing the tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. They'll try the run. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. There he goes. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays on it.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Give to the running back. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Snagged in the middle, it's Daniels. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. They'll try to run it in. Touchdown, Iowa State! And they've moved out front here in the 4th. They'll try to add another to their lead.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Oklahoma was able to ride away on that Sooner schooner with the win, but not necessarily without a few bumps along the way. Man, nothing in college football is easy. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything. Breaks into the open. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Bringing the heat. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this defense is trying to do.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. When you got an arm like this and you could just, boom, put it on a line, it's really nice to have that.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Going to the ground. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
first down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Movement on the offensive line, that's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Line getting set on second down. Ready. Wants to go up top. Throws to the tight end. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a two-point conversion.
Why not double the try total and go for two? Here's the snap, looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. He gets it into the end zone, and the two-point conversion is good, and the gamble gives them the lead by one. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Wilson. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. To the air on first down. Moves around to clear up the vision. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Finds his man. It's Wilson. And he wisely gets out of bounds. The clock can be the enemy right now, and this offense needs to get some points. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you are.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances, and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
And this offense has got to get somewhere, right? That's a couple plays in a row. Like, the clock is their biggest enemy. So we got to find a way to manufacture, push the ball down the field, make something happen with that clock running out.
And they can't make the connection on third down. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized. Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Fires to the right. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. The Cowboys hope to be able to run out the clock in this final minute. Using his legs, it's Udo. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. Man, they're just